Namaste everyone, we are from Project Savers, and in this video we will talk about different data types and how you can take input and display output to user in C. So let's get started. So what are the different data types in C programming language? So there are three types of data types: integer, real and character. Integer means a simple number where the given range is minus 32,768 to positive 32,768, and the real value means a number which contains a decimal point, means 91.6 something. That's the real, means decimal value. And character means a character which can contain 0 to 9 digits, or capital from capital A to capital Z, or small a to small z. So as you know, we talked about in the previous video about the programming terminologies. So we define the integer type data as an int, and that int is called as keywords in C. Means it can be changed, you have to use it as it is. Int means you have defined an integer type variable. We will talk about the variables after this slide. I am just talking about what are those keywords. So we can use int as to represent integer, we can use float as a decimal, and char as a character. Okay, int for integer, float for real decimal values, and char for characters. Okay. So how we can declare a variable in C? So as you can see, the syntax is data type space variable name semicolon. Here is the data type, means we have talked about that keywords in the previous slide, that was int, float or char. If you want to declare a variable of integer, so you can see in that example, data type is given as int, means integer, and space variable semicolon. Variable means in a variable can store a integer value. Got it? Okay. Same in the case of float and char. If you want to store a float value, you can do there by using float space b. Here b variable can store decimal value, same as in char C, means we can store a character in C or sequence of characters in C, as we have defined it in a char data type. Okay. So how you can input and output in C? So for taking input from user, we can use scanf function. We can talk about it in a practical way, so you can understand it in a better way, but let's understand the small theory first. And while taking input from user, we can use the parameter, as you can see there, integer as %d, decimal value as %f, and character as %c. Means the syntax is given for scanf is that scanf in parenthesis %d, means we have taken an integer value from user, so that's why it's necessary to define %d, comma ampersand variable name. Here ampersand is very important. Ampersand means whatever the variable name is declared there, ampersand means it will store that variable at the memory location with given address. Ampersand variable, got that? Ampersand means used to store address of the variable name. You just need to understand this. Okay. Same in the case of decimal and character. If you want to get a decimal value from user, simply you just put %f comma ampersand variable name. Same for character, %c. If you are taking a character value from user, %c space ampersand variable name. Okay, that's the universal syntax. You need to follow this. And for printing, means displaying to user, it's simple printf. So let's jump into code to understand it in a better way. So let's understand in a programmatic way. Let me remove the previous code. Oh, it's not working. Okay, so if you want to take input from user, we need to declare the variables first. So if you want to take a variable from user as an integer, let's declare the data type first, int variable name. You can give any name, whatever you want. I will give a as an integer variable name. Okay, and I will give you another data type, that is float, for taking a float value from user, and I will give you a variable name as b, and I will take a character also. So let me declare char c, same as the example in our slides. So let's display some string to user that he will know what I need to enter. So printf enter a integer value. Okay, so we need to take an input from user as an integer. So as I told you previously, we use scanf. As we are taking an integer value, we will put a %d here, comma, remember, ampersand variable name a. So what this statement does is it will take the input from user and it will store in the given variable name, that is a, as we have defined in above code. Here integer a, it will store in this variable, as we have used %d means a integer type. That's why we are storing in this variable, because its data type is integer. Got it? Okay, so after that we will take a float value. So again let me just put a one blank next line, printf \n. It means it will move our cursor to the next line, nothing special. So we want to take a float value. Hey user, please enter a float value. So we will give you a string, enter a float value. So we will take that value by using scanf function, by entering which character, %f, this for float, comma, remember, give ampersand and give only this variable name where you have given the data type is float, otherwise it will throw an error, %b. Okay, what happens if you give a variable name of different data type, but you are taking a variable into other data type? Let's see that. enter a string, enter a character. So we have taken a character, but we will do a mistake intentionally. Let me put here. Now for taking a string character, we use %c for taking a string. But what will happen if you give %d, which is used to get a integer value, %d comma $c. Okay, the last line get ch. Remember what I told in the previous video, this function is used to hold the screen for you. Okay, we have declared three variables, int, float and char type. We are taking the integer value first. Next line, \n is for the next line. Enter a float value, we are taking a float value from user. Next line, and here we are intentionally creating an error to show what will happen if you give the wrong intentions. We are taking a character, but we have implemented here as a %d. So first save by pressing F2. Okay, compile. Alt F9 is the shortcut for it. Okay, didn't show at the compile time, but it will show on the runtime when we try to print. Let's print this. For printing is just simply pass the variable name c without in the both column. Okay, let me save this. Yeah, when you are printing it, it will show error. Type mismatch parameter, format mismatch parameter, means we are taking an integer value but storing in a character variable. That's why the format is giving a format error. So just simply change it to C, and let's print all the variables. For printing the variables, in the double columns type all values of variables are comma, forget this. When you are printing this, here too you need to enter %d for you are printing the integer value. For that you need to use %d for that. Another %b for float value, means %f will be there, and %c for displaying a character. Okay, and here you can simply pass the variables where you have stored the values a, b, c. Okay, let's run it, but pressing F2 to save it first. Alt F9 to compile. No errors. Control F9. So it's asking us to enter a value as an integer. So let me put 12 the integer. Enter a float value. Let me put 2.3. Enter a character. So I think it is showing first without taking anything. Let me put a line here, new line, so it will be more efficient to see our code. Let me put some spacing here. Yeah, this will be good. Alt F9 compilation, Control F9 for running. Enter integer value 12, 2.3. It is good without taking a character. No, it is happening. %C. Let me put a clear SCR for clear view. Enter a character. Enter integer value 12, float value. Oh, for character, take here note that you need to enter %s, not %c. Sorry for that, extremely sorry for that. Just put h as a character. So you can see here all values for variable are 12, 2.99. if we have entered previously. It is a rounding of that, and character h. Got it? Extremely sorry for that. For character we use %s, not %c. Okay. So this was for our video. In the next video we will cover operators and decision making and all those stuff. If you want to ask any doubt, ask in the comments. Feel free to ask doubts about that, and we have given a quiz for that. You can check it out in our website. The link is given in the description, so it will be a better way and you will avoid less mistakes like me. Okay, so see you to the next video. Stay tuned.